the cuff. I am Adam Banks, and in the studio with me is Nellie after 2 months.
I'm telling you, Adam, it's terrible. Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's been going on?
Well, of course, all the big road to the Final Four.
Because there ain't no mo and there is no mo.
mo.
I don't know why I said that. Didn't you say
No, I
how'd it go?
always say, the Cats are going to the Final Four, and that's all there is, and there ain't no mo. That used to be a song years ago. When
really? Well, they didn't go to the Final Four this year.
Didn't. They didn't when that song come out either.
Villanova is going to the
I'm excited.
is going to the championship game, and North Carolina is going to the championship game. Who's going to win that game?
The Big V.
I think the Big V is going to win too.
We're going to the Ville.
Not the Ville. It's Villanova.
I know. We're going to the Villa.
Yeah. Do you know where Villanova is located?
No.
You know, Pennsylvania is where it's located.
Oh.
Yeah. Villanova, Pennsylvania.
How long's it been since they won? They've only won once, or is this the first time?
No, they
won.
I feel like they've won before.
Yeah.
But North Carolina has won plenty of times. They've won 5 or 6. 6, I think.
But who's won them all?
UCLA.
I know.
And then Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then North Carolina.
Right.
So if North Carolina wins again, they're creeping up on how many Kentucky's
And how many
got.
times have we won?
We've won 8. We've won 8. We've won 8.
So they still ain't won as many as we did.
That's true. But Nellie, Easter weekend passed.
I know.
Did you have a good Easter?
Yeah. Kenna had a really good time.
I went home for Easter.
She went Easter egg hunting, went gymnastics that weekend. She had a big time.
I went home for Easter.
Yeah,
so I got to go home to Easter, Kentucky, and Nellie, I tell you, I have to tell you, I went up to visit some family because, you know, I love being back in Eastern Kentucky, being back in Appalachia. It's great. And people from Appalachia, you just really got to understand them. Topmost. Well, this is Letcher County, where my dad lives.
Oh, okay.
So I'm where my dad lives. And the way Appalachia is most of the families live beside of each other. Like my dad's house is there, and then my mama's house is right beside of his, and then his sister and then their son is over there, and then on the other side is my dad's brother.
Just branches out like the family tree.
It's crazy how the whole stoop is just like family. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I went over there and they started having conversations on the front porch. You know, we're just having a conversation. They said, they're talking to this. They said, woman came back from one of my aunt's friends was over, and she just came back from spending 3 weeks in Ohio.
Oh Lord, she done went to the big city.
Big city. So she came back. The wind started blowing. She goes, "Ooh, the wind just blew so cool." And my mama goes, "Oh, I want you to listen to her try to act all proper." So I was
Tell me how old your memo is.
Memo is 96, and it's hilarious, you know, because she went up there to Ohio and went out to the big times. 3 weeks, you know, she came back. Place Neon. They identify. I mean, there's like a Texaco in Neon. That's it. Neon is a very small town. Do you know there was Neon is a very small town, but one of the biggest travesties in America happened there. They did a story on it on the ID channel.
With the children?
No.
On the bus? Oh.
Dr. Acker was the doctor of town, and his daughter, beautiful, popular girl, was going to UK. She was home for the summer. Somebody knocked at the door, took her to her room, raped her, stabbed her 17 times, murdered her.
Oh my God.
And then took him, the doctor, and found his safe and made him open it. He had $2 million cash in there. This was in the 80s. And then choked him and left him for dead, but he lived to tell about it. And they did a movie about it. It's called Terror at the Door is what it's called. Wow. And it happened in Neon, Kentucky. Crazy. Small town in Letcher County. It's crazy. It was killers. It was murders. They were America's Most Wanted murders. They were just making their way, and they just stopped in. I guess
they go through the back roads.
Yeah, the back
stay
roads.
Off the main ones.
Yeah, and they sleeping and stuff. And stole $2 million. Crazy.
And killed his daughter of all things.
Killed his daughter. That was a big story. just because it was, brutally murdered. She came home in the summers to help her dad because her dad was old, in his 70s.
Her mama died.
Yeah. And she was there, and that's all he had. And she loved her dad, and then took her in there, raped her in her bedroom, and then stabbed her to death. Both men. Crazy story. It is. Nellie, so much has been going on in the world. Did you hear about the woman who got arrested for biting her man's penis off?
No.
Bit it off, sharpened her teeth for a couple of days to bite it off because she found out.
How'd she sharpen them?
With a filer.
Oh, God, can you imagine that hurts to think about it.
Yep. And bit it off because he was cheating on her. She was a meth head.
Well,
and she bit it off.
Do we need to say any more?
And she bit his testicles off, too. And she was bragging about it. Don't that make you sick? Meth is a ridiculous drug.
Well, he probably was doing it, too.
Yeah, of course he was. That's ridiculous.
It's a wonder if he hadn't bled to death. Damn fools.
It really is. So, Nellie, another top story in the world. I know we talked a little basketball when we came on, but in the NBA, there's a story of this guy who's 19. He's the new Lakers rookie point guard. He recorded one of his teammates, just a conversation with his phone. First of all, you shouldn't be ever recording anybody, ever, without them.
Especially that.
Yeah, and started making him say stuff. Hey, man, you still dating Izzy Gazzalia? And he's like, yeah. He's like, hey, have you ever cheated on her? He's like, yeah. And he's like, and he released the tape to the media. So Izzy broke up with him. And, but now everybody's not talking to D'Angelo for recording it, and I don't blame them. You don't do that. But it just goes to show you that kids, 19 years old,
got no business up in it.
Don't got no business up in it, and also that generation is ridiculous. You can give a 2-year-old an iPad, and they'll work it better than a 30-year-old. What?
Hello? Kenny could walk all over me.
Your granddaughter.
I'll be trying to find something, and she'll say, she's 4. And she'll say, here, Nana, let me do it.
And she'll find it faster.
And she'll do it faster than I will.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And she can't spell yet.
Yeah. Well, it's because education has this thing now to where there's no wrong answer. So if you spell cat, K-A-T, which is wrong because it's C-A-T, they won't mark an X beside of it because they say there's no such thing as a wrong answer. That's what education is implementing in America now.
Well, they're crazy.
In 5 years from now, there won't be score kept in grade school basketball games. Because
I did hear that.
There's no such thing, they think, as...
There's winners and losers. Everybody's a winner.
Stupid. I'll be the first to say that's stupid.
What is that teaching them?
Life's crazy, Nellie. You fail every day. Every day you fall.
And these are supposed to be...
What are they going to think?
People.
What are they going to think, Nellie?
Who thinks this shit up?
Who knows? What are those kids going to think when they learn all that going through school? They don't learn how to compete. They don't learn a competitive sport. They don't know what it feels like to win if they do.
Is it ignorant some bitches in Washington?
Yeah, in Washington.
Well, you know what? Well, they need to clean the house and start all over.
And they're going to, after all that, after school, thinking there's no problems and no failure, they're going to get out in the real world and they're going to go to an interview and not get the job. That's a failure. They're going to miss a bill and they're going to get late fines, and then they're going to get turned over to collections.
Did you hear what our big governor's doing to the college?
Yes.
What is his deal? He's an idiot. I remember him saying that in his campaign, but I don't like him.
Well, Matt Bevin, okay, just to kind of explain a little bit more about what he's doing, because I read up on it, and it makes a little bit more sense, and let me try to make it a little bit more sense to you. What he's doing is cutting out silly education spending. Morehead State, I love Morehead State. It's my alma mater, and I don't want to speak down upon them, but they had the most ridiculous spending in their budget. Like spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on silly trainings. Matt Bevin says that's silly. We don't need to waste that education money on that. So he cut a big percent of education, but it was all that silly funding, a lot of funding programs. So it made a lot more sense. just to kind of take his side a little bit on that. But, one thing you don't need to bother with is education. You need to leave it alone. Mm-hmm. You need to hit another department, like transportation.
Right.
Some of this construction on the road
is ridiculous.
And they need to cut it out.
You see 5 people watching one person dig a hole.
And that big hole downtown
and
Lexington.
You go one way and you turn around an hour or 2 maybe, come back. They still standing there.
Yeah.
Same people.
Yeah.
Because that crap on Clays Mill Road, I travel a lot.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It is. I don't like that at all.
I don't either.
I really don't.
Oh, Lord.
It's crazy stuff.
You was talking about, this is totally different, but talking about your family and up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Well, I'm from Cynthiana.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be getting close to northern Kentucky.
Yeah.
Believe that, don't you, people?
Yeah.
And my mom took my mother to Ohio. I mean, my mom took her mother, my grandmother, to Ohio. And Mom said, when they went over the bridge, she told Mama they were leaving Kentucky then. Mm-hmm. And Mom said, my Mama turned around and said, goodbye, old United States. She thought she's crossing the border. Oh my God. Isn't that great?
That's
Don't
awesome.
You love those stories?
It just, generations are just so awesome.
These kids today, if they could go back
and just meet some of these people.
And be with my grandmother, my mom.
That's why I tell my little brother, I don't know, he don't know how fortunate he is to be in his generation. He's only 10 to be able to talk to a 96-year-old.
Yes.
Because that's you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
She's still alive.
Yes.
She's still kicking.
And he'll remember, if he should grasp everything she says.
Yeah, but she's old. She's not doing too well.
Yeah. I'd love to meet her.
She's not doing too well at all. But she's 96. That's a long time.
This is kind of
to live.
Maybe gruesome, but how do they have? Do they have like just a normal funeral in the mountains, like we do here?
Yeah, the funerals are very religious. Very religious.
Do they have like a certain cemetery, or are there family cemeteries everywhere?
There's several cemeteries, and there's family cemeteries, but
they're big on that in Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, Eastern Kentucky is a good culture. I mean, it's just it's different.
It's very laid back.
It's very laid back and good people.
Hard working
people. People might get scared of these mountain people because they have a very dominant attitude. Well,
let's face it. One of the movies that scared the hell out of everybody was Deliverance.
They're very dominant attitude, but they're good people. Deliverance, Hollywood just took that. I mean,
hey, there's people right here could live next door to you, be like that.
Yeah, you can live back in the mountains. Used to, you could leave your door unlocked, but now because of drugs, you can't do that.
Nowhere.
Anywhere. Drugs have taken
We used to do that too. Mm-hmm. Crazy shit.
You have a lot of, it surprises me though, being as north as you are and as north as you grew up, how country you are, and hearing your stories and hearing how your mom was and stuff. That's so Eastern Kentucky-ish.
Yeah, I know it.
Are they originally from Eastern Kentucky?
No.
Where are they from?
Well, really, just right, Bourbon County, right in here.
So
right around here.
Well,
and that's
interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Very interesting.
Crazy.
Nellie, who do you think is going to win the presidency?
Oh, God, I don't even know.
Donald Trump. Do you think he's going to win? It's going to be Donald Trump.
I don't know. He's got a lot of controversy going on.
He's falling in the polls.
Big time.
And Bernie Sanders is a rising.
Well, I mean, if it's... Oh, Lord.
Do you hear me?
Well, I'd be rooting for Hillary over that.
Oh, I don't know. I hate Hillary.
But
Bernie Sanders is a socialist, and he just wants to just...
I just wish Trump would quit saying all that stupid dumb ass
If he would just stop talking so
he has
vulgarly.
No clue.
He could do a lot better at his campaign.
He's an intelligent man.
Yeah, he's very intelligent. But he just won't.
He's too used to saying what he wants to.
But you know what you're going to get out of him? He's very honest.
Yeah.
He's very honest. And Judge Judy endorses him, and she said you don't hear the hogwash that you do from all these other politicians.
I have to admit, there's some things he says I do like, but God, I wish he'd calm me down a little bit. Listen to me with my mouth. But, I'm not going to be the president of the United States either.
Yeah, but if you was, you'd probably still act like that.
Maybe I need to be the first lady. We'll kick ass up here.
Trump and Walker, 2016. Let's do it. Hey, he ain't picked a vice president yet. Who do you think his vice president will be, Nellie?
Oh, Lord.
It could be any politician. Who do you think it'll be? It's going to be. Do you think it'll be a conservative?
I don't know.
There's the cough of episode 108
I'm
or
sorry,
109.
Allergies.
We needed to get them. My allergies have been killing me
Me too.
But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening to the show. Nellie, it's been too long.
I know it. We don't need to do that.
Yeah, we need to.
I guess we took a long hiatus.
Yeah, because we've been doing the sports podcast.
I've been sick.
The next episode will be featuring the post-championship game. We'll be talking about North Carolina and Villanova with the sports panel. Quit because that picks up in the mic. We'll see you later, ladies and gentlemen, on the next episode.